farmers and fishermen, and they're still farmers and fishermen actually. In fact. And they had one bar there they have two bars that do music. One has all sorts of different types that we play at, and one is mostly like a 80s hair metal bar where people go to drink cheap beer and stumble out. So we play the other bar, and we were playing there at the end of February one year, and the woman who owns it said, she's like, Ian, what are you doing on St. Patrick's Day? And I was like, nothing, eating corned beef and hash, maybe track down a Guinness, what are you doing? And she said, my band for St. Patrick's Day canceled, and we always do this big, corned beef dinner and this whole to-do, and it was a Monday night, and, usually we take Mondays off, so I said, yeah, sure, we're available. I was like, the only problem is that we don't, other than Ian McFeron songs, we don't know any Irish music whatsoever. And she said, well, you guys are all adept musicians. I'm sure you can come up with something. I said, well, how many tunes are we talking? She's like, well, it's a 3-hour night, but if you did 10 Irish songs mixed in, that's fair enough. That's easy, no problem. But I decided to think kind of creatively about this, and I was like, well, U2's Irish. Van Morrison's Irish. And Bob Dylan's been to Ireland. No, I didn't go that far. But I sort of mixed in some of my favorite Irish artists along with, Whiskey in the Jar and all that stuff. But I was playing through a bunch of Van Morrison songs, and actually there was one song that as I was sort of playing through it, I sort of started turning the chords around in a different direction, and it kind of evolved into this other thing. And then it's sort of some people ask, well, how does a song usually come about? And it's usually, you get this series of chords, and then you kind of start humming out a melody, and sort of starts kind of almost, I don't know, kind of this, almost kind of like just falling out of your throat. And that usually has a tone that you kind of associate words and images to. And so I forked off of Van Morrison, and I ended up with this song called A Song to the Night. It's also off the radio album. Roaring flames of sunset tear across the sky, burning up the shadows and the green fields, setting this whole world on fire. But you just can't help but get used to it when it happens every day. Just like the night, silvery breezes blow through the holes in space. You ask me, are we living in a dream world? So hard to say. Nothing else seems real to me, girl, till it's slipping away. And even when I try to hold tight, one thing I know, it falls into the night, it fades into the afterglow. In my dreams I walked on ocean, I never seen your face. I lived 1,000 lifetimes, and never met one who could stand in your place. All these philosophers and preachers punch wild at things that don't show. I've been thinking about the night, the stirs in the valley below. Oh, your sweetness is a virtue, you steal the trouble from my mind. So I've been trying to keep tight to you, I try to lay my heart on the line. But some days the dark hours linger long after the daylight show. The day is like the night, a shadow in my body to make new, to dissolve in the night, to sleep in sweet dreams. Dissolve in the night, to sleep in sweet dreams.